Dear friends, in this video we are going to discuss about the advantages of learning simple finance module of SAP S/4HANA. In our previous videos we have discussed about why to learn this simple finance module, and also we have discussed about what are the prerequisites for learning this simple finance module, what are the core requirements, and what are the eligibility criteria for learning this simple finance module. Now in this video I would like to discuss regarding the advantages of learning S/4HANA simple finance module for the consultants once after completing this simple finance module of S/4HANA. Now in this video we will discuss the advantages of learning this simple finance module one by one, and what are all the advantages the consultants will get once after completing successfully this simple finance module of S/4HANA. Let us discuss each and every one in detail. The first one is strong knowledge in SAP HANA database and as well as S/4HANA finance modules. That means this is one of the major advantage of learning this simple finance module. Once after completing this simple finance module, then the consultants will be getting very strong knowledge in understanding the HANA database and also the S/4HANA financial modules. The second advantage is strong understanding and working knowledge of the entire financial processes like finance, controlling, business process planning and consolidation (BPC), and financial supply chain management (FSCM), as well as its implementations and operations. This is one of the major advantage for the consultants once after completing the simple finance module. So this is one of the major advantage. What is this? Once after completing this simple finance module, all the consultants will be getting the strong understanding and working knowledge of the entire end-to-end financial processes like finance, that is FI, and also the end-to-end business process implementation knowledge in controlling module, and also they will be getting more and more implementation and understanding of the consolidation process in business process planning and consolidation module, and also they can be able to handle the end-to-end implementation scenarios for financial supply chain management, and they will be able to handle different operations under these different financial modules. And the third important advantage is once after completing successfully this simple finance module, all the consultants will be getting strong knowledge and expertise in the complete enterprise management concepts and implementation, because we know that the simple finance module is in other words called as defined as an enterprise management module. So the consultants will be getting more and more knowledge in the implementation of the entire simple finance implementation and also the different approaches and different methodologies to implement this simple finance module using this enterprise management tool. And one more advantage is that all the consultants will get the strong capability to implement S/4HANA simple finance module in the industry based on the client's requirement. So these are all the overall advantages of learning this simple finance module. Once after completing this simple finance module, the consultants will be getting more and more practical understanding and more practical implementation knowledge in implementing the finance process, in implementing the controlling process, and in implementing the business process planning and consolidation module, and also in implementing the financial supply chain management system, that is FSCM operations as well. One more advantage of learning this simple finance module is that they can be able to understand the business process from the scratch to the end. That means from the beginner level, that means from the starting level to the complete end-to-end implementations using this enterprise management module. That is our simple finance module, and they can be able to design, they can be able to execute, they can be able to support, they can be able to implement the end-to-end simple finance applications in the industry based on the client's requirements. So these are all the overall advantages of learning this simple finance module as a whole. So what are all the major advantages? Once the consultant has completed successfully the simple finance module of S/4HANA, then they can be able to handle the entire financial processes like finance, controlling, business process planning and consolidation, and also this financial supply chain management operations. Okay, once after completing this simple finance module from the scratch to the end, then the consultants will be getting strong knowledge and expertise in the complete enterprise management concepts and implementation scenarios in S/4HANA simple finance module. And one more major advantage is that once after completing successfully the simple finance module, then the consultants will be getting strong analytical capability to implement the entire S/4HANA simple finance stuff in the industry based on the requirement. So these are all the major advantages. Once after completing the simple finance module, then the consultants can be able to understand the entire business process configuration and implementation scenarios in the S/4HANA finance module by understanding the database of HANA, that is SAP HANA database. Once if the consultants are very strong in understanding the end-to-end business process in the modules like in the entire financial processes like FI, controlling, business process planning and consolidation, and also in the financial process like financial supply chain management, then only they can be able to design from the scratch, they can be able to implement from the scratch, they can be able to execute, and similarly they can be able to support the end-to-end simple finance applications in the real-time industry based on the client's requirements. So in this video, we have discussed very clearly about the advantages of learning this simple finance module. So there are many advantages of learning this simple finance module of S/4HANA. We have already discussed about the various advantages of learning this simple finance model of S/4HANA, starting from basic to the advanced level of understanding the entire end-to-end financial processes like finance, controlling, business process planning and consolidation, as well as different implementation configurations in financial supply chain management operations as well. So that means once the consultants, if the consultants are successfully completed this S4 HANA Simple Finance module, then they can be able to implement, they can be able to execute, they can be able to support the entire end-to-end simple finance model in the industry according to the client's requirements. So these are all the major advantages of learning this simple finance module. Once if the consultants are very strong in the above discussed areas like FI, CO, BPC as well as FSCM, then they can be able to handle this process very effectively for the clients in the real-time industry. Then now I want to introduce about myself. I am Raja. I am having more than 20 plus years of experience in the SAP industry. I have worked as a consultant, I have worked as a practice head, and also I have worked as a delivery head for many implementation, production support, and rollout and upgrade projects. I have also got more than 5 plus years of experience in the on-site handling Middle East and European clients. And regarding my certification areas, I have done my certification in finance. I have done my certification in S4 HANA Simple Logistics. I have done my certification in S4 HANA Simple Finance. I have done my certification in S4 HANA Central Finance. And recently, I have completed my certification in SAP Business and Revenue Innovation Management module, that is SAP Hybris module previously, and also I have done my certification in SAP Business Process Planning and Consolidation module for consolidation of reporting for my projects. So that's all about myself. In this video, we have very clearly discussed about the advantages of learning Simple Finance module, advantages of implementing Simple Finance module, advantages of executing this Simple Finance module for the clients, advantages of designing the complete end-to-end Simple Finance module in the industry. So in my next video, we will discuss about who can learn this Simple Finance module and other stuff. Thank you.